Over the last few years, we've been able to give some of our physics students at Lancaster University the fantastic opportunity to go to La Palma, not really to enjoy the spectacular views at sea level, but rather to look up into a sky completely full of stars in truly unique dark conditions.
It was the best experience I ever had, and I feel like it was really good because when you're losing that motivation for your course, then it just reminds you of what you're doing it for, and it just gave me that extra push to keep going through exams and just remind me that I'm doing this because I want to do research and I want to do all this observing and get to experience these things more.
It will be one of the absolute defining moments of my degree, the opportunity to go and do that, and that's been fantastic. But one of the things that is really nice is when I'm talking to my family about my degree, they don't often get what it's about. They don't really care that much about what it's about. I try my best, but they don't mind that much. But this has given something to people are really interested in it, and people want to know more about what it's like to do observing and to do real science and real data collection.
The main highlight for me was stepping out onto the balcony into what was essentially complete darkness to the point where you couldn't see your hand in front of you, and slowly watching the night sky appear above you with the Milky Way eventually crowning that view off.
The actual observations was really cool. So you go into the telescope and it's essentially this time-forgotten landscape. The entirety of the Isaac Newton telescope is actually British owned. So you go in there and there's British plug sockets and a tea maker, because of course there is. The telescope is very much a product of its time. It is still completely controlled by the person operating it, instead of having an operator as a separate entity. So you are doing the observations and you're working the telescope. Some of the work that we were doing there, we were looking at different clusters of stars and then trying to analyse and understand some data about. One of the objectives I had whilst I was out in La Palma was actually to get information on the star in the Ursa Minor constellation, essentially trying to figure out maybe its distance, its luminosity, and understand more about the star. It was very under-categorised when I looked at it first, and it was one of the ones I was gifted as a kid as the funny star naming documents. Overall, La Palma is easily one of the best experiences I think I have ever had. It was a fantastic opportunity to go and learn so much more about how telescopes operate, how research is conducted, and to go to one of the most beautiful places on Earth.
So while we were in La Palma, we spent one night observing at the INT. We spent the first half of the night observing an elliptical galaxy, and then after that we moved on to observing a newly discovered near-Earth asteroid, tracking it. Hopefully the data from that will help us understand better its position and motion through the solar system.
Being able to travel to La Palma was an amazing experience, from the scenery and the weather to actually using a real life telescope. And a standout moment for me was when we broke through cloud layer on the drive up, and you just felt completely isolated from anywhere else.
This is one of the incredible opportunities that happen to students within the Observational Astrophysics group at Lancaster University, along with many other fascinating and exciting things you could get involved with. If you want to see any more things that you could do at Lancaster, particularly within David Sobral's XGAL group, you can check out the blogs, activities and other videos at xgal.uk.